swinging a baseball bat and trying to hit a baseball, there are multiple components. You have your lower half and you have your upper half. Both need to be working in sync in order to properly hit a baseball. Your lower half, first thing is with your stance. You want your feet about shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit more. Some people have a preference of an open stance where your leg is out. Some people have a preference of a closed stance where your front leg is in. And some people like to have their feet parallel, even. Your weight distribution needs to be about 60%, 40%, 60% on your backside, 40% on your front side, with a little bit of bend in your knees. Your hands, some people like their hands high, some people like them low, some people like them in, some people like them out. As long as it gets to the same spot when the pitch is being thrown, it really doesn't matter where your hands start. Everything matters once you start your swing. So once you start your swing, okay, you want to do what's called loading your hands, which is just a little hitch back. You don't want to hitch down. That makes your swing long and slow. You want your hands back, which is called a load. As your hands are coming back, you're taking your stride. In the major leagues, some people take a big stride. Some people don't take any stride at all. They just kind of lift their heel off the ground, put some weight on their toe. That's basically just a timing mechanism. But if your stance is open, you need to close it. If your stance is closed, you need to open it. So there's a lot of things that are going on. So just a regular swing, hands are coming back, weight's coming back a little bit on your backside, and then once the hands come forward, that's when the weight distribution comes to your front leg. You want a stiff front leg. You want to do what's called squishing the bug on your backside. That helps get your hips involved to the swing. Your hands are coming forward. We call it knob to the baseball. So you want to throw the bottom part of the bat, which is called the knob, at the baseball, and then get the bat head out in front. This position that I'm in right now is called the power V. All right, my arms have a V. My hands are close to my body. They're not cast out, and this is where you get most of your power. Obviously, in baseball, your hand-eye coordination is extremely important. Hitting a baseball is one of the most difficult things to do, and all of those components help you do it better. Up to the belly button. The first part is done before a pitch is even thrown. You need to be in the game. You need to know where the throw is going. You need to know what runners are on base. You need to know who's up at bat, what their speed is. There's a lot that goes into actually fielding a ground ball. The first part is called a creep. When the pitcher is going through his motion, throwing towards home plate, we don't want to be flat-footed. We don't want to be in a laissez-faire position. We want to take a 1-2, which is called a creep. Now I'm in a good position to either go to my right, to my left, to charge the baseball, or to back up on it. We don't want to be on our heels. We'd like to be on the balls of our feet. When the ball is coming towards us, just catch it, just fielding a regular ground ball that's right at us. We want to keep the ball, so if you're younger, square to you. As you get older and a little more developed in the game, you'd like to field the ball closer to your glove side, so it's a little bit easier to transfer and get into a good throwing position. But just a generic way of fielding the ground ball. I do my creep, 1-2. The ball is hit to me. I want my glove on the ground. It is a lot easier to go up for the baseball than it is to go down to react down to the baseball. So glove on the ground, we're bending at the knees, we're bending at the hips. All right? We kind of have a flat back. We want to see the ball into our glove. We see the ball into our glove, and then we do what's called an alligator. So we alligator with our throwing hand. We bring the ball up to our belly button with the cap of our hat that is down. That ensures that we are looking the baseball into our body, and then we are getting into a good throwing position to make the throw to one of the bases to where we're going to throw it to.
hired Joe Lento, Everett High School baseball head coach. This is Jason Hennessy, senior captain pitcher. We're going to have Jason here to discuss some pitching mechanics. All right, we try and keep things simple with our pitchers. We want them to locate their fastball and work off their fastball. But right now we're going to talk about how we get to that point. So Jason's going to show you a sample from his windup. All right, when Jason's in his windup, he's going to be using the rubber to push off. We want to be able to use our back leg here. Jason's a righty, so his right leg, okay, is going to be his push-off leg. Jason, show him what we're talking about here. Okay, when Jason gets here now, all right, Jason, get to the hang. Get to the hang. All right, at this point, Jason needs to have good balance, okay? Good balance. Everything needs to be tight where it needs to be. This front shoulder needs to be pointing at where he's going to throw the ball, all right? Because if his front shoulder comes open here, his hips comes open here, and he starts to come across and throw across his body, and we don't want that. We want to keep everything straight lines here, okay? So Jason's got good balance right now, and at this point, he is going to drop and drive off of his back leg, okay? At this point, he's using all of that energy going up from his legs through his hips, okay? And Jason is going to drive down from his back, okay, and follow through. It's important to have a good, concise delivery because it's something that you have to repeat over and over again. So Jason, one more time, let's show it all in one. All right, there he goes with his balance, drop, drive, and follow through. All right, pitching made very simple there by Jason.